Only one game tonight across the Cal Ripken League, and it's right here in Gaithersburg. Giants and T-Bolts going at it. T-Bolts fighting for survival. Giants fighting to get one step closer to their first ever division title. Should be a fun one. And let's hope that we can get at least 5 innings in on this very rainy night. I'm Tyler Lochte. He is David Lewis, and for one final time in the regular season, we are live here from Criswell. Hank Lippman on the mound, and he's been good this year, an all-star.
Yeah, he has, but he wasn't exactly on his best the last time these two teams faced. He went 4 innings in that 3-7 loss. He gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 hits, 2 walks. Still got 7 strikeouts though across 18 batters faced. Todd Murphy is back on the mound for the T-Bolts. We'll see him later in this one. So it is the exact same pitching matchup that we saw on July 6th. It's now 6 days later, and the Giants looking for revenge.
So it's Lippman on the mound, and he will face Josh Erd. And at 7:01 p.m., we are underway. Erd pops it up, left side. It's called off by Kawashima, and he's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you're Hank Lippman. I mean, last appearance that he had, he was getting behind in counts. He wasn't really executing how he wanted to, but they're getting Erd to go under it, and that's a really big out. Erd with the most at-bats on this team at now 104 and 26 runs scored for this T-Bolts offense. Big out there.
He will miss there 1-0. Jeff Sabater as good of an on-base guy as there is in the league. He's put up cartoon numbers this season, and he will put this one on the ground. Can Powell get there? Yes. His throw is in time. A nice play by Brady Powell. And David, over the course of the year, boy, has he gotten better with the arm.
Yeah, he certainly has. I mean, you can kind of see it there. It was kind of a slow throw. He just wants to slow down his motion, make sure that he's all right health-wise, but also get the out. And right there, I mean, he did a really good job at getting into the gap and fielding that ground ball.
One 0 here to Ryan Quadros, playing third base tonight. Quadros will take a strike. It's 1-1. And we've got a lively soccer game going on the turf field to our right. Here's the 1-1 from Lippman. That will just miss upstairs at 85, and it's 2-1.
Tyler, is the soccer field going to be the number one thing you miss? I mean, it's always they're always there every single game.
Let's not get sad quite yet. 2-1. He finds the inside corner. Now, you got to remember, if the Giants can make the playoffs, if they can make either Game 3 of the CS, I might, if I beg my parents enough, be able to get back for it. And there's strike 3 called. Delayed call by the up. Lippman will take that. A 1-2-3 first inning. Giants bats trying to take the lead when we come back. I'm Tyler Lochte. He is David Lewis. We had a quick first inning. Giants hoping that the bottom half is not as fast. Todd Murphy on the bump, wearing number 52 for the T-Bolts.
Yeah, he had his, I would say, his best start against these Giants back on June 28th, but his start last time around was also pretty good there. He went 5 innings, giving up 3 runs all earned, 6 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. But it was the first few innings in which Murphy was able to keep this Giants offense at bay.
Powell shows bunt, pulls it away, 1-0. He will swing and miss there, and the count is even. Here's the 1-1. Powell checks his swing, did not go, and it's 2-1.
Powell looking to get back to where he was at the start of the season. He was really consistent to start this season. Hasn't had an RBI since July 1st, where he had 2 against the Braves.
You'd love to see him get on. And he will do just that. No longer the tribal chief, Aiden Robbins stands in.
Yeah, I mean, walk-up songs can change a lot. Leighton Lackey changed his walk-up song to Headlines, and he's been pretty consistent when he's been in the lineup ever since. He gets back into the 8-hole tonight. And
Robbins hits this one well in the air, left center field, and it is gone! New walk-up song might be the difference. Aiden Robbins leaves the yard. 2-0 Giants.
First pitch swinging. It was inside on him, but he was able to get his hands out in front. Drives at 96 off the bat, 358, and Sabater out in center. I thought for a second he had a chance at it, but it's a more than 12-foot fence out there, so he would have had to climb it. Great job by Aiden Robbins to set the tone early.
Setting the tone is right. Now it's Danny Sheeler who will stand in. And Aiden Robbins has the homer chain on. I could hear him say he got under that ball. He hit it a mile in the air. That's why I thought it was going to be a pop-out. But he got just enough to get it up and over that tall wall in center field.
Especially with how humid it is today, balls aren't necessarily going to fly out of here like they might on a less than humid day.
Aiden Robbins' 5th home run this season. That one went a long way. That will miss. 3-1 now.
And that was really big for the Giants, just in general, to get to Todd Murphy. They got 1 run in the top of the first inning back in Silver Spring, the last time these 2 teams faced.
And now Sheeler's going to rip one into right. That's a base hit for him, and he's getting greedy. He will head to second, and he is safe. Heads up base running for Danny Sheeler. Gets the dugout fired up.
Yeah, really heads up because he put his head down. He saw the bobble from Matthew Walters in right field, and immediately put his head down and took off for second base. Really good job by him to put another runner in scoring position.
Now it's A.J. Martin. Giants looking for a big first inning. They've already plated 2. They've got another one in scoring position. Martin, he will hit this one hard to center field, and that one's gone. The second homer in this inning. Not to be outdone, A.J. Martin will connect, and it's 4-0 Giants. How about that for a start?
He extends his hit streak, and it's that 1-2 punch of Aiden Robbins and A.J. Martin that we saw in only a little while ago. Back-to-back home runs there, and here it's 4 straight base runners, 3 of them coming by extra base hits. And that one was pieced at 99, going 372.
And Jeff Sabater can only turn around and watch. What a first inning for the Giants. That's taken for a ball here by Drew Hollop. Hollop at first base today, and he will hit this one high in the air, right field, long run, Walters. He slides and makes the catch in foul territory. It's a really nice catch by Walters for the first out here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, really nice job by Walters to flag that one down. Maximum effort, able to slide into that one, and after he bobbled to give Danny Sheeler an extra 90 feet, which ended up not mattering after A.J. Martin's home run. Still a really good job by him to lock back in and make a nice play.
Farm White will take ball one. You know, I've called a lot of games here at Criswell. I don't think I've ever seen the Giants hit 2 in the same inning. Certainly not complaining. Both of those were absolutely launched. And now it's 1-1 to White. White takes outside. Farm White, forever a friend of the program after joining us yesterday. He wants to come back, and Matt Kangas, our GM, wants him back. So maybe it's not the last time that he will be on a Giants broadcast. Last time maybe with both of us, though.
Oh, you're making me sad now.
Well, you're going to be a senior, right?
No, I'll be a junior.
Oh, never mind. Why don't you come back then?
I don't know. I gotta see what's out there.
Barham White, a bouncer to first. It's fielded cleanly by Foster. He will step on the bag, and that's out number 2. And now it's Tyler DiMartino's turn.
Make me feel older than I am, Tyler. My God.
I don't know why I never asked you that. You would think in the last 2 years I would have said, hey, what year are you? I guess I never got around to it. I know Sammy is a year younger than I am.
No, he's a year younger than me, so he's going to be a sophomore.
Bat shatters in half to short, and Erd can't make the play. Well, the bat gets one last hit before it croaks out, and they will score it as a hit, the 4th of this first inning for the Giants.
Yeah, watch out Todd Murphy. I mean, the head of that bat headed right for the pitcher's mound, and Josh Erd in this very muddy infield dirt, unable to make the play. I'm sure that we're going to see a lot of guys having to clean off their spikes in between pitches.
Lackey off the pole.
Saw Trey Sahajic back in only 2 weeks ago. He had to clean off his cleats in between pitches because of how it was caking up under his soles.
What a first inning.
Really has been.
Lackey takes right down the middle. And if you're Hank Lippman right now, a guy who has had to battle in many a close game this year, he's only 1-0, but he's put up great numbers. You're loving this. 0-2. Lackey hits it hard. Tough bounce, bobbled. flip to second base is just in time. So a ground out by Lackey will end the first inning, but not before the Giants get 4 on the board on a pair of 2-run blasts from Robbins and Martin. And we will step away here on the Giants Broadcast Network. Wait. Welcome back to Gaithersburg. Tyler Lochte alongside David Lewis. And we'll just miss outside. So again, if you're just joining us, 2 2-run homers in the first inning by Robbins and Martin. Now Braden Foster will try to get his T-bolts off on the right foot against Hank Lippman, and so far so good, a 2-0 count.
Lippman had an 8-pitch first inning. That's a really good sign for manager TJ Brockway. He probably has a big smile on his face after that first inning.
Big swing and miss there by Foster. And David, what an opportunity tonight is for the Giants with no other games.
Yeah.
You know, they can steal a win and climb in the standings. 2-1. That'll miss just outside. But the problem is, I don't know if the T-Bolts have any off days remaining. And that could be tough because Giants want to try to get this game in. Foster pops it up. Left side again. It's tough to see over there. And I think that gets out of play for a foul ball. And the count is full. So again, this is the last game here at Criswell in the regular season. Last game for me here, unless if, again, somehow I manage to get here for Game 3 of the CS or in the finals. And that's a close miss by Hank Lippman. Foster will get on with a leadoff walk, the first base runner of this game for the T-Bolts. And this is my worst nightmare, David, not having any other games to scoreboard watch right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we did a healthy amount of scoreboard watching last night.
I mean, what else could we have done? Hey, with these conditions, ball lightning might be possible, and how fitting would that be?
I don't know if we'd want ball lightning to show up here.
That was a one-time thing, maybe. Ethan Warner, the catcher, is up against Lippman. And he will rip that one foul. Count is even.
Lippman now with the strikeout of Quadros in the first and that walk of Foster just now. He now has 31 strikeouts to 21 walks.
Bouncer foul.
Which I think is...
He's a true outcome guy.
Yeah. That's crazy to me. Just 13 hits across 20 innings pitched.
Here's the 1-2. He got him. How about another backwards K for Lippman, his second of this game for out number 1 here in the second. Now it's Mike Heckman, the second baseman, who will stand in. And he is trying to get the T-Bolts some juice. Swing and miss by Heckman on the first pitch he sees, and it's 0-1. Lippman. The pitch. Popped up. Left side. Out of play. And it's 0-2.
Interesting thing about Heckman is he's pretty choked up on the bat. It's a good inch or two away from the knob. And that's interesting to me that, you know, this early in the game, you're going into that shortened swing mode. Maybe that's just how he approaches every at-bat. But obviously we've seen the balls fly out of here early in this one.
It's bouncer in. I wonder, David, if it has anything to do with him trying to just get better grip in these conditions.
Yeah, it might be, as now it looks like some more rain starts to drizzle. Not a lot, very light here.
1-2. Just outside. And when Lippman misses, it's not by much.
Yeah, he gets very close to that zone, really likes to paint the black. That third strike on Ethan Warner, that called strike 3, was right on the outside part of the plate. It was a really nice job.
He got him that time, though. Back-to-back backwards Ks. And there's 2 outs here in the second. That's now his third strikeout tonight. Third, getting a guy looking. And he likes to go outside to get those backwards Ks. It's worked for him tonight. He goes a little bit too far outside that time, and Barr-White goes to get it. Barr-White, not a guy that you would like to run on, but the season he's had behind the plate, David.
No, and Foster not the type of guy to run. 0 stolen bases, 0 caught stealings from him.
2-0 now from Lippman here to Matthew Walters. Yeah, I have a feeling that Foster's going to stay put. Unless maybe if a ball gets away. Popped up and out of play. Look out, guys on the soccer field. Two and one. Here's the 2-1. Hit foul. And yet again, a T-Bolt is late on it, David.
Yeah, they're just not seeing everything well. I mean, Lippman can get up to 86 as the highest I saw him in his previous start, I believe. He may have gotten up to 88. Just trying to remember specifically, but right there, 84, again on the outside part of the plate.
And he gets a swing and miss there. 4th K for Lippman. We are through the top of the second. Still 4-0 to the Giants. They'll look to add to their lead when we come back. Welcome back to Gaithersburg. I'm Tyler Lochte. He is David Lewis. So great to be with you for one last time. Hopefully not, but possibly from Criswell Automotive Field.
Yeah, rain starting to get a little harder. It's not too bad yet. Giants coaches TJ Brockway, Vinny Capozza, Austin Grass, John Passeur doing their best to get this field ready, and some of the T-Bolts coaches helping out as well as they need to get this game in.
Kawashima rips it foul. So it's 9-1-2 due up here in the bottom of the second inning. Kawashima fouls it to the same spot. And at this point, if you're the Giants, I think a quick inning on the offensive end, just in this situation, the only time you would ever want it, quick innings would not be the worst thing. Kawashima takes high. You just want to try to get 5 innings in as quick as possible. You've got that 4-run lead right now. Obviously not saying Giants don't want to do anything on offense, but Kawashima swings and misses there.
74 in the upper part of the zone, and Kawashima, he was early on the first 2 pitches and just didn't get that pitch again. I think he probably would have had the timing down. First 2 pitches came in the mid to low 80s, and that one 74, he just couldn't time that one up.
A 1 here to Powell. He walked his first time up, came around to score on the Robbins homer. Powell takes for a strike there. So 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch taken low, and it's a 1-2 count to number 19.
I'm sure Powell is happy that one of the last 4 games, all of them being on the road, one of them's in Waldorf. It's a lot closer for him.
That is going to bounce foul. Looks like Robbins may have told Powell something there.
Yeah, that's what you like to see, is your guys helping each other out. Obviously, Robbins saw something on the first pitch he liked his last time up and trying to help Powell out in the same way.
He takes just outside, and that's a great take there by Powell. 2-2. Powell fouls it into the glove of Warner, who hangs on for out number 2. That's a really good play by the catcher, Warner.
Yeah, it is a really good job squeezing that one. Warner, in that last meeting between these 2 teams, he actually had issues squeezing certain pitches, so, I mean, there could have been even more strikeouts against the Giants last time out.
Last time up, Robbins hit that ball almost to the parking lot, which works out. His new walk-up song. Parking lot by Travis Scott. Quickly realized that not enough listeners, I think, would realize where I was going with that. Here's the 1-1. Outside.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't really know where you're going with that.
No, I know. That was poor.
I do listen to some Travis Scott, but I mean, lately I've been on the Zach Bryan train,
Robbins find his swing again. He'll take a walk here if he has to. Robbins hits it hard down the line, right field this time. And that is caught. What a play by Walters down the line. That ball was destroyed, and a great play ends this inning. And we will move on to the third here at rainy Gaithersburg. Andrew Powers will lead things off here in the top of the third. 4-0 to the Giants after 2.
Littman back out there. No surprise. And he's been hunting the strikeout. He had 3 in a row to end last inning.
And 4 in this game. Here's a bouncer to third, fielded cleanly by Martin. And he will make the play over to first. That's a good start. Breaks the streak of punch-outs, but I'm sure that Hank Lippman will not be complaining about one pitch out here to start the third.
No, that's his second one pitch out. His third out with 2 pitches, in just 2 pitches on a batter. So really efficient.
One and one now to Villa. And Villa will hit this hard and into left. The first hit of this game for the T-Bolts.
And that's going to be an issue for Hank Lippman. Villa just hitting 184, but he is first on the T-Bolts in stolen bases, even above Sabater. He has 22. So while his average might not be all there, once he gets on base, he's going to start running.
That will just miss upstairs. So now it's Erd with 1 away. Could the T-Bolts strike here? It's hit hard to center. Lackey. He was perfectly positioned, does not need to move to make that catch. And again, just need to play 5 runs tonight. There's a bunt foul. Sabater trying to get creative here against Lippman, who has only been bested once tonight.
Yeah, that was Villa's 15th hit of the season. He has 14 walks, 6 hit by pitches, but I mean, 25 stealing attempts and being successful on 22 of them is insane from...
That's hit well, down the line, left field. And it is down. That's a fair ball. And Villa is going to be sent home. Sabater will stop at second, an RBI double. And now Sabater will advance to third on the throw, and he's going to be headed home. And he will score as well. Waiting for a call here. What is it going to be? Is Sabater going to be forced back to third base? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, Barham White, one of the better defensive catchers in this league that we've seen, and just had trouble digging out that ball. So I'm not sure if the ball got into the dugout, if it got under some equipment, or what exactly happened. If it got into the dugout, I think that would be an easy call to send Sabater back to third.
Again, we cannot see what's going on down the line in left field at all. There's a tree blocking our view. So, whatever just happened there, umps are going to have a conversation about it.
I mean, Villa definitely scored, so it'll at least be one run for the T-Bolts.
I think it's going to be scored as a double plus an error. If they do grant Sabater extra bases beyond second.
Brockway, I think, getting pretty impatient.
There's a long conversation here between the umpires about how to score this.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brockway is going to want an explanation no matter what the ruling is, just for how long this is taking. I mean, they say they play by the college rule book, so again, we didn't exactly see what happened.
Now everybody's just standing around. This is as long of an umpire conversation as I've seen this year. And it decides what the score is, decides the situation as well. Really interested to see what the outcome of this talk is going to be. Still a conversation. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we could have, started one of the highlight videos from a previous game,
Yeah,
and played through it all.
again, because neither of us saw what happened. We could not have, because of the angle that we have in this press box is facing down, essentially, even with the Giants' dugout. And are we going to get a call here for Sabater? Nope, we're going to have the coaches come out, and we're going to see the umpires talk to them first. This is just a strange situation. Barham White trying his best to listen in.
I mean, if it got stuck under the fence, I feel like Barham White, being the intelligent baseball player that he is, just would have thrown his hands up, and that would have called the ball dead immediately.
It was not a close play. Like, there was no throw to home.
Yeah, I mean, just based on where the ball went.
And it's not like nobody was covering home. Lippman was there.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's going to be an out called, and the Giants are headed back to the dugout. What in the world is going on?
Are they calling runners interference? In that case, who would it be on?
If it's on via, then no runs score there.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean,
it looks like TJ Brockway's going to go and offer an explanation to the table. So the T-Bolts will get one run. The second run does not come across. So it's 4-1.
and
After all of that,
I mean, Brock Hunter is having a very animated discussion. The manager for the T-Bolts, he's having animated discussion.
We're going to step away right now and try our best to figure out what in the world just happened. But it is 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Huh? All right, so judging from the angry Brock Hunter, who just got ejected, by the way.
Yeah, it started out as an animated conversation and quickly turned into much more than that.
It escalated really quick. Essentially, what Brock Hunter was just arguing there was the call on the field was the throw came in, and because it may have, according to the umpires, hit the batter on deck, which was Ryan Quadros, because it hit him, an out has been called. This is the first time I've ever seen this situation. So I guess it's runner's interference on a guy that was on deck?
I mean, if that happens, I think what Brock Hunter was saying is that they got to throw their hands up, and the home plate umpire stated that's what he did. Again, I'm not too sure exactly what happened. Brock Hunter was ejected from this game.
And TJ Brockway no hard feelings between the two of them, and TJ just said, hey, see, man, as Brock Hunter was just walking out in front of us.
I mean, the last time these two teams played, the home plate umpire wasn't consistent, and TJ Brockway got himself ejected back in Silver Spring.
So now, more of a clarification from Daniel down at the table. He is saying that because the ball hit the batter on deck, Ryan Quadros, apparently the call was that Quadros was not in the designated on-deck circle, and because he had come onto the field of play and interfered with the ball while the ball was in play, an out has to be called. That is my understanding of what just happened. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I also understand why Brock Hunter was so upset, as Sheeler is going to get his second hit of this game. Well, back to baseball, I guess. You see something that you have never seen before, it seems, every time you come to the park, and that certainly fits that bill.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Brock Hunter, that's perfect. I mean, managing for what he did, standing up for his guys, and if Quadros was indeed outside of the designated area, which again, that's a pretty subjective ruling.
So it actually, now getting even further clarification, the batter that was hit, I believe, was actually Braden Foster, who was in the hole and not on deck. And so because he was standing in the on-deck circle, because I guess, I don't know if he thought the play was over or not, because the ball hit him and he was not the batter on deck, then it's an out. I guess if
that would make a lot more sense.
You have the right to stand in the on-deck circle, as Martin is going to rip a ball into left. And that's another hit for the Giants. That's their 6th of this game.
95 off the bat. A.J. Martin is now 2 for 2, same as Danny Sheeler.
So, again, I think if you are the batter on deck, you're entitled to the space within the on-deck circle, because Foster was not on deck yet.
Yeah.
Because Quadros had not taken his at-bat. He, therefore, was not allowed to be where he was when the ball hit him, and the out has been made. So, after all that, I've tried my best to make sense of what just happened, and because Villa came home before the ball hit Foster, that run will count. So it's 4-1. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen on a baseball field. And now Holub is going to rip that to center. That is 3 straight singles to start off the bottom of the 3rd inning. And they are loaded up for Barham White.
I mean, 3 really hard-hit baseballs, all of them leaving the bat at 90+. So, and there's something Murphy's doing on this second pitch. I don't know if he's tipping it or if he's doing something else, but I mean, every single in this inning has been on a second pitch.
So Barham White stands in. Barham White swings and fouls it back, and here comes the second pitch. Could it happen again, David?
We'll see. I mean, Warner not going out to have a meeting with his pitcher, very interesting. Loading the bases, nobody out. You'd think you might get a meeting with your catcher.
And Barham White, second pitch swinging, hits it in the air to left center. It's caught. Coming home is Sheeler, and he will score, and it's 5-1.
Now batting for the Giants, number 33, Tyler DiMartino.
So now it's Tyler DiMartino's turn. Well, above all else, I do want to give credit to TJ Brockway, the Giants coach, for the sportsmanship he just displayed to to Brock Hunter as Brock Hunter was leaving. And that was reciprocated from Hunter. As mad as he was, they essentially said good game, and we'll talk after.
Yeah,
So no ill will between those two at all.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, the last meeting between these two teams, Brockway was furious at the umpires because his team was in the same spot that the T-Bolts are now in.
That's a strike. It just clips the inside part of the plate. It did. That's a really, really good pitch from Murphy. who's trying to settle in right now with 2 on after 3 straight singles and a sacrifice fly to start off this 3rd inning. Martin's dancing around. He better get back, and the throw gets away. Martin into 3rd, into 2nd goes Holub. And that's just smart baseball.
Yeah, Martin looked like he was going to take off anyway. Just got a bit too far away for Murphy's comfort and what would have been just a routine play to keep Martin on second base. It went off of Martin and into center field to now put 2 runners in scoring position for the Giants.
1-1. Taken low. What an odd game of baseball here on this Friday night. Here's the 2-1. DiMartino's going to hit it hard to short, and the out is recorded. Good play by Erd to keep the runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah,
and now it's Layden Lackey's turn.
That's an intelligent play by the shortstop, Josh Erd. Looked down both runners, made sure that, you know, if there was a possibility of getting a runner that was already in scoring position out, he would have taken it. But very good job by Holub there to stay close to 2nd.
So now Layden Lackey will stand in. A base hit can make this 7-1. Giants bats have shown up tonight in the rain. Lackey takes another strike. And Murphy goes outside, then he goes inside. Gets the call on both. And he's a strike away from getting out of this inning, limiting the damage to 1. Here's the pitch. And Lackey hits it well in the air, left field. Back to make the catch is Villa, and that will do it. Giants strand 2 in scoring position. We will step away and come back for the 4th. Hank Lippman back out there for another inning of work for the Giants. Welcome back. Tyler Lochte, David Lewis here with you.
And the assistant coaches for the T-Bolts still giving this umpiring crew a little bit of an earful in between innings, as they feel they were robbed.
It's a great chance for them to redeem themselves here. They're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, they got fired up after Brock Hunter made his way back to the dugout. And I mean, that's kind of the ball the T-Bolts play. I mean, they're a very energetic bunch.
That's ripped foul, 2-1.
continuing to drizzle here.
Swing and miss there. Count is full here to Quadros. Hank Lippman trying to work a quick fourth. That's an odd swing. Powell has to charge. Powell throws it away, and look out, Giants dugout. Everybody's okay, but into second base goes Quadros.
Yeah, so right there, I mean, Brady Powell, we know he's coming back from major elbow surgery. We know that he's getting back into the rhythm of things when it comes to making those throws. And right there, the ball slowing down in the grass. Lippman opted to have his second baseman field it, and Powell having to rush the throw, which he usually doesn't have to do. And sends that one into the empty set of bleachers.
No, that went into the Giants dugout.
Oh no, that went into. There was a loud clang.
Yeah, it hit the bleacher in the back of the Giants dugout, and they all jumped out of the way.
Oh, I thought. It looked like it went high enough to be.
They all hopped out of the way of it. It was a pretty funny play. 1-1 now. One off the end of the bat and foul. 1-2.
Way late on that one because that went in at 89. Lippman trying to get his fifth punch out.
Lippman just tossed that back. Again, love the energy from the T-Bolts dugout.
And that's also really interesting. The umpire's not ruling that a disengagement, that Lippman made a proper attempt to get the runner, but Kawashima was 10 feet at least.
There's strike three. Now the Giants fans make noise in response. Ethan Warner now. A lot of noise now. I don't know how much of it the mic is picking up, but that call really has fired up this T-Bolts dugout.
The T-Bolts usually do that anyway. I mean, this is no surprise.
It's a fun team. Swing and miss there, 1-1.
The interesting thing to me, though, is just how they don't lose their voice. I mean, if they do that 36 games every summer, how does one of them not lose their voice?
I don't know. It's a great point. 1-1 bounces in. That was actually Barham White who turned around and was telling the kids in the crowd to knock it off. That's the T-Bolts dugout. Continues to make noise. Look out. That hits Warner on the head.
Took the helmet clean off. He looks to be all right.
Now back to the T-Bolts in the 23 right.
And that's only going to fire up the T-Bolts dugout even more. Vinny Capozza comes out to talk to his starter.
So, Kaposa having a conversation here. Giants up 5-1, but now is not the time to let the visitors back into this game, is it, David?
No, it's not. I mean, even though like their manager got thrown out, you could almost and the Giants get another run in the third inning in response to the T-Bolts. You almost feel like the energy and the momentum has completely shifted the T-Bolts' way just because of their response to everything that's happened in the last 30 minutes.
There's a bunt back to Lippman. The only play is at first, and he makes that play. And there's 2 outs.
It's a really good bunt by Heckman. He put it right where he wanted it, and a really good job by Lippman to field that and make the only play that he could.
So now Matthew Walters, who struck out in the second, will stand in here on the top of the 4th with 2 outs. But 2 in scoring position, and a base knock here can make this a whole new game. And he will do just that into left field. There is one. Robbins throws it in. Stopping at third is Warner, who slipped, but it's 5-2.
Yeah, and Walters was the guy that Lippman was going to attack. I mean, Walters coming into that at-bat, 30 strikeouts on the season, including the one in the previous at-bat, and a K rate at 43%. So if there was a guy that you wanted to attack, it was him. Walters makes him pay with an RBI single.
That will miss, high and away to Andrew Powers. What a great opportunity this inning is for the T-Bolts to really make this a game. That's fouled back. 1-1. That will miss. And you don't want to walk Powers here because that would mean that Quincy Villa, who's on deck right now, the go-ahead run would bat.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, for TJ Brockway and Vinny Kaposa planning out how the rest of this week will go, want to get that number 1 seed and the division title. So they want Lippman to try and get through this game before the rain comes.
Now a warning, by the way, sorry to cut you off, but a warning has been issued to the T-Bolts bench.
Yeah, I mean, pros and cons of being loud.
That will miss high. So now the T-Bolts sarcastically trying to cheer. Oh, there's the Let's Go T-Bolts chant. Surely there's no problem there. They're just rooting for their team. Finding a way. So full count, 2 outs. Everybody's going to be running. Big pitch early in this game, and now a timeout is called by Andrew Powers. And that decision to take the timeout is, of course, rewarded with cheers from his dugout.
Yeah, why not? Powers choked up on the bat.
Powers hits it hard. Powell, throw to first, this time on target. And Lippman will strand 2. To the bottom of the 4th we go, 5-2 Giants. Masa Kawashima will stand in next. Let's see if the Giants can find another run in response, if not more. They did last inning.
You know, I wonder if Kawashima's going to score the bunt in this at-bat.
He will take a ball.
After
If he does, that would be a great prediction.
I mean, he struck out his first time up, and every single time that he's been in the lineup and he's struggled, he's gone back to that bunt, which has been so effective.
That comes inside on Masa, and he will take it for ball 2.
I mean, obviously that was before he unleashed that home run a few days ago.
2-0. Oh, big swing there by Masa off the top of the shipping container. He hit it hard, but foul.
Really wish we had an exit velo there. He was way early. That might have been his second home run if he had timed it up.
Kawashima gets the bunt down, just as you predicted. And what a bunt it is, but the throw is just in time.
Yeah, that one didn't travel down the third base line how he wanted and was half a stride off from being safe. Ethan Warner behind the plate doing a good job. He knew that one was going to stay fair. It pretty much died right in the dirt. Wasn't going to roll off any grass or anything. And a good job by the catcher to have his pitchers back.
Powell takes, sign away. So can Powell find a way on? That's high and away again.
And I think the humidity definitely having an effect on that one with all the sweat these players have. Murphy losing the grip completely on that one.
Here's the 2-0. That time it's in the zone and it's hit right at third. What a play! How in the world did he get that one? He climbs the ladder and takes away a hit from Powell. That's an exceptional play by the T-Bolt shortstop.
Man, I really wish that it hadn't rained at all so that we could have the camera on the fence so you could have a better view at that. It was a perfectly timed jump, and he got all the way up the ladder for that one.
Robbins pops it up right side. T-Bolt's hoping it stays in play. It will not. Robbins will stand back in. You know, on any pitch, Robbins dangerous. Here's the 0-1. Swing and miss there, though. What a summer he's had. I mean, I know we talk about it every game, but it really has been impressive. And the addition of Robbins and Martin alone, the boost to the offense that they have provided night and day from last year for the Giants team. Robbins is going to hit this one in the right. His second hit of this game. And number 23 is 2 for 3.
Yeah, I mean, nothing much, just an opposite field slap. Really good keeping his head on the baseball and driving that into shallow right. And I still remember after Robin's first game, he was in the 4-hole, I believe, cleanup spot for TJ Brockway. He went 0 for 4, and Brockway just said, the Seton Hall kid, he'll figure it out. And he knew what he was getting in Aiden Robbins after the amazing spring he had.
And now Sheeler connects on a ball to center, but it's hit right at Sabater. So we will head to the top of the 5th. Giants up 5-2. Quincy Villa stands in. And we are 3 outs away from being able to have this game rained out. So.
I mean, it's been entertaining.
Oh, no. I'm not saying I want it to end. I don't want to have to sit here and wait for them to decide to call it. We're going to be here all night regardless. Villa takes strike one.
Well, I know in the 5-2 7-inning game against the Senators that was here in Gaithersburg earlier in the season, the home plate umpire was also in that umpiring crew, and they came up here into the booth with me to wait out the rain to see if it was going to get canceled, and they could have made it back to their cars unscathed.
How about a quick punch out for Lippman?
3 pitches, 3 strikes. Got Villa swinging there.
Oh, it comes inside and hits him. So to first base goes Erd. So now Erd, he will reach for the first time, and it's Jeff Sabater up now, and if this plate appearance is even remotely as weird as his last, you're in for a treat. He came all the way around and scored on a Little League home run, but an out was called because the ball hit the guy in the hole who was standing in the on-deck circle. Yes, you heard that right. That is what happened. I can hardly believe it myself.
I mean, you're not supposed to come out of the dugout until it's a dead ball. So, I mean, in hindsight, it is the proper call.
By the way, Aiden Robbins has the average up to 348 on the summer.
Wow.
Just calculated that. 1-1. Here to Sabater. One of the league's best hitters. He does not look like it there. What a pitch by Lippman.
Yeah, that was a great pitch at 88, way outside, but just had enough movement to keep Sabater guessing.
So 6 punch-outs already tonight for Lippman. He's looking for number 7, and he can't find it there. That's high and away.
And with this game being the only one going on in the Cal Ripken League tonight, if Lippman can get 2 more, he'll move into 3rd place among strikeout leaders in the Cal Ripken League.
He will just miss outside there. Full count.
With the 6 tonight he has already, he's up to 36. So he jumps Jonathan Stevens from the Big Train and 1 behind Max Martsolf, also of the Big Train.
There is the 7th punch-out tonight for Lippman.
So now he's tied with Max Martsolf. So
there we go.
we'll
He's still 10 away from Hodling and Kwasny.
Yeah, I mean,
Talk about their summers, man.
yeah.
Both of them towards the top of the leaderboard at ERA as well. It's hit high and foul. Rain's starting to come down again. The Giants just need 1 more out. Then we can start thinking about calling it. But again, I have a feeling that that's not just going to be immediately calling it. We're going to have some deliberation, a delay as well. Oh, on. Comes inside there on Quadros. And that's the only reason why you would call it because of rain is, you don't want a situation where the pitcher cannot grip the ball. They're throwing at the speeds that Lippman is. That pitch coming in at 90, you want him to know where it's going. He finds his spot there, though, at 81.
Yeah, this is just a small little cell of rain. Shouldn't last too long. We're already in a pretty nice pocket. Everything going around us.
Well, the Big Train game, it poured.
Yeah. I mean, it was pouring back at home for me in Bethesda, so.
But I just remember that night, that 4-3 win, it was absolutely pouring. For at least, felt like an inning or two. 2-2 here. No swing. Runner advances, and the count is full.
And that hold by Quadros could have major implications. Had he gone around, would have been strike 3. And Lippman would have gotten out of the inning through this rain. Now a runner in scoring position. So that pretty big play in terms of implications.
Again, a big pitch in this game because there's a very small chance this pitch could decide the game. And it's a ball. Tying run is going to bat here on the top of the 5th. And TJ Brockway is going to go to the bullpen. He's not taking any chances. I think he realizes that this game may not go on for much longer, and he's trying to iron it down. So Lippman will not be able to stay in long enough to get the win. He will fall 1 out short of it. And Mitch Bramsway, Money Mitch, is going to come in a big spot when we come back. Money Mitch Bramsway is in. He will face Braden Foster. Foster off the end of the bat and foul, and how perfect the revenge would be if it is off the bat of Foster. TJ Brockway sprinting over to get that ball, showing off the wheels.
He wants to get this at-bat in. I mean, the rain...
We're starting to really see it come down now.
Yeah.
0-1. Upstairs.
Bramsway making his 11th appearance of the season. His last one, not one that he wants to remember. Before that, again, he had been Money Mitch.
That's a bouncer. That's going to stay fair past the bag. An unbelievably lucky play there for Foster, who deserves it. You could make an argument, that the T-Bolts did get robbed. That was a call that I have never seen made before earlier in the game involving him, and that was as weird of a hit as I've ever seen. That ball just walked the tightrope down the line and stayed just fair, and now the bases are loaded for Ethan Warner.
Yeah, I mean, Barham White behind the dish telling A.J. Martin at third to just leave that. It's going to go foul, and that one just staying fair.
Strike one from Bramsway. It is really raining now.
Wouldn't be surprised if the radar lied to me. It looked like it was something small, wouldn't last too long, but...
0-1 popped up at foul, and again, we don't know what the umps are going to decide. The Giants could be a strike away here from a win.
Would this constitute a Mickey Mouse win in your book?
100%. 100%. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it hits the batter, Warner. 5-3.
I mean, you're playing with fire now. You've had a few chances to end this inning now, and just haven't been able to execute.
So that's the second time Warner's been hit in the head in this game.
That hit him in the head? I thought it hit him in the elbow.
Here's the back pick. Got to be careful there, Barham, and Hollow will make that catch at first base. A base hit here could tie this game, but the T-Bolts need it now. You don't know how many chances like this they're going to get. And it's hit hard to center. Can Lackey get there? Yes, he can! And Bramsway leaves them loaded and keeps the Giants in front. And we will possibly head to the bottom of the fifth. It's pouring here in Gaithersburg.
Yeah.
All right, so the T-Bolts are not taking the field here. I have a feeling that this game could be over.
Yeah, a couple Giants players going over for the two tarps that they have for home plate and the pitching mound, and it looks like there'll be a conference between coaches.
So, I think it's up to the T-Bolts coaching staff if they want to continue this game. And the problem here is that it's a close game, and the T-Bolts are fighting for their playoff lives. But then again, they can't make this game up. And they have a game tomorrow, as do the Giants, so you don't want to be here all night.
Yeah, this is also the last meeting between these two games, so it's not like you can schedule a double header. The Giants currently up 3-2 in the series. The T-Bolts, obviously, with how the last couple innings have gone, feel like that they could even the season series if this game was played in full.
Well, again, the T-Bolts, credit to them for even trying to play this game in, and they had a real shot at it there in the top of the fifth inning. And I think that's going to do it. I think there's going to be some handshakes, and I think this game is over. So the Giants are going to win this game 5-3. It will be their 21st win of the year, and it is such an odd way for what may be my final call ever at Criswell.
I mean,
So the Cal Ripken League is going to need to decide, because I believe you have to play a minimum of 7, and we only played 4.5 tonight, but there has been games this season, I believe, that due to weather have been ruled as official, and it appears that the T-Bolts coaching staff, or what's left of them, has just agreed to it. We saw handshakes there.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably a reluctant handshake, obviously, and now everyone's going to pack up here.
So, again, we thank you so much for tuning in to our games all year. If the Giants can indeed go and win the division, which I believe they have a chance to do tomorrow at Bethesda, we will be back here at Criswell for playoff baseball. But don't worry, we will be there wherever the Giants go, regardless the rest of the way in the regular season and beyond. So for David Lewis, I am Tyler Lochte. We will see you tomorrow night at 7 for the biggest game of the year